Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3 slot.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Irving against Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
They get the rebound. Şengün. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game. Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw this game. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Eason, a screen on Davis. Eason finds Whitmore. And the dunk by Eason.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, this is his comfort zone. Klay Thompson beyond the arc. Such an easy look right there.
Eason with a screen for Thompson. Now, Eason. Off target with his 3. Thompson surveying the floor. Eason against Davis. The second chance effort over Green, and Davis gets it to go.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
Driving the lane, and Whitmore throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Irving from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
How about the athleticism? Kyrie stops on a dime, knocks it in. Some of the best breaks in the league.
Here's Green, up top Şengün. Şengün with a screen on Thompson. They kick it out to Green. Rocket 6 from downtown. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 4. Davis, that's for 2. And he converts the layup.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Whitmore with it. He's covered by Thompson. And a great move by Whitmore. Whitmore's got 5 points so far. Here's Irving. Out to Thompson. A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Here's Davis. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Green. 5 points in the game. Şengün with the bucket.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Can't connect from short range. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Lively the pass to Thompson. Back to Lively. And stolen by Şengün. Pass to Green. From the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Houston.
And you can tell Green is a competitive player, willing to put in the sweat to find looks.
Outside for Davis. Irving from long range. Bangs home the trifecta. 8 points for him.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Mavericks on top, up 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Christie is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Martin. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Edwards in at the 4. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Brooks kicks to Adams. He takes it in. Out to Brooks. Beyond the arc. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. And Adams has got the ball here for Houston. They trail by 1. Green finds Adams. Smith outside. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. No one near Shepherd as he lets it go. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Lethal from deep. Shepherd will hurt you from there.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. At the elbow, Adams. Here's Green. It's rebounded by Dallas. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Christie. Offline with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Adams sets the pick for Smith. And that one drops for him. Smith's got the lead up to 4 now for Houston.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Dallas again missing. Houston's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Adams with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Shepard, and it's Houston with another.
The shooting ability is incredible. Shepard's got a shot from all over the floor.
Pass to Christie. Back to Edwards. Dallas moving it around. It's good.
Martin, assistant. Consider Edwards.
A minute 20 left to play here in the half. Shepard with his screen for Brooks. Here's Shepard. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Edwards. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Christie. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Shepard. Dinwiddie covering. Smith with a screen on Dinwiddie. Adams with it. On the wing, Brooks. Defended by Christie. Out to Smith. 3 on the clock. Over Edwards. Edwards with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. .26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie outside. Outside, Martin. Hands it from downtown. And now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Boy, outstanding decision-making by Dinwiddie. We associate him as a scorer, but what a pretty look.
Here's Christie. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
31.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Şengün in at the center position. It's the 5 for Houston right now, and he commits the intentional foul. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Irving against Thompson. Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Lively, that's good.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Thompson sets the pick for Eason. They kick it out to Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the wing right side. Marshall passes to Davis. Şengün with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. And the call will be against Najee Marshall. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Green against Davis. Eason, a screen on Davis. Green, the pass to Eason. 6 to shoot. Eason with a screen for Whitmore. Lets it go with a 3. Shot by Eason, no good. Mavericks trail by 5. Outside Irving. To the paint. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he'll get a head of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Thompson with the bucket. And that's now 6 points from Amen Thompson.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Irving kicks to Davis. To the right side. And here's Marshall from the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Thompson explodes through the defense.
Well, you love that exploiting of a window of opportunity. Klay Thompson thought of as a shooter. Guess what? I can put it on the deck as well.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A new lineup here for Houston. It's good. And that's now 7 points for Reed Shepherd.
The feet are what made that play happen inside for Shepherd.
Dinwiddie left side. 1:11 left to play in the third. Rebound by Smith. Rockets leading by 5. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Green. Brooks, the pass to Green. With the teardrop. And the rebound goes to Martin. Mavericks trail by 5. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Martin. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Shepherd, the pass to Smith. Takes it inside. Adams with the screen on Edwards. Pass to Shepherd. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Christie. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Christie against Brooks. Pass to Smith. Houston needs to get a shot. Deep 2 from Brooks. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Edwards with it. Now Smith defending. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
In tight windows, you have got to be confident and on point. Spencer Dinwiddie, really good job in the pick and roll.
Smith sets the pick for Shepard. Adams outside. Brooks against Edwards. Adams, the pass to Shepard. Adams with the screen on Dinwiddie. Back to Adams. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Outside for Martin. Launches it. The three-pointer is right on target.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Smith surveying the D. Adams finds Brooks. On the wing, and dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Tight defense on him. Three-pointer, Martin. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Shepard. Back to Brooks. Houston moving it around. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Thompson against Thompson. In the corner, it's Eason. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Out to Thompson, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Down low. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Davis. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson outside. Now Whitmore. Back to Thompson. Here's Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. Shot by Eason. No good. Mavericks trail by 11. Left side, Irving. Lets the three fly. Green with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Şengün with a wide open look. And Lively pulls it down. Irving against Thompson. Pass to Lively. Irving with a clean look. Drills it from outside. Irving's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Mavs. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snap. Oh! They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Eason gets a wide-open look. Houston gets it back. Thompson for the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Even
Slow pace. Basket. You've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The star wing pair. It's Brown and Tatum outside. Luke Cornett out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. Eason, good.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Landale's checked in for the Rockets. Green against Holiday. And it's hammered home by Green.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
Cornett sets a screen. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Sinks that one from the post.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, B.A., they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise. Nice look from Porzingis. Good vision there. That's what he has to do with the ball in his hand. Scan the floor, see what's available, keep his teammates involved as much as possible.
Now here's Eason. This one for three. Holiday grabs the miss. The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The three ball sinks the tray.
Boy, sometimes Holiday makes it look so easy. Automatic, able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Şengün, a screen on Brown. Thompson's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Second shot opportunity. Got him in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Landale. Here's Eason. And no good. The dry spell continues. Boston leading by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
And Allie, thanks.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum, 1 shot.
The people were worried that this would slow the action.
Under NBA rules, 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
one misses for Tatum.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Here's Green. The Rockets with another miss.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Celtics lead by 6. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
How about Porzingis with the fancy throwdown? Love seeing the big fella finish with that kind of power.
Green for 3. Knocks down the long J. Green's got 5 now.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Holiday surveying the floor. Driving inside. They kick it out to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, you've got to be aware of Porzingis in these situations. I mean, you know he's coming for the three-point revenge there.
Eason finds Green. Eason a screen on Holiday. Green with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
There's 57 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to Şengün. That one's good for 2.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
Cornette in the post. Landale's there. Cornette with the bucket.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Green. After the basket by Boston. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
He has a great feel for scoring in the painted area. Nice play by Jalen Green.
Pass to Porzingis. Holiday against Green. Outside Holiday. He takes it in.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Kristaps Porzingis getting it done for Boston. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Celtics.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
At small forward and power forward, it's Brooks and Smith. Shepard is out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades. Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Green's checked in for the Rockets.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Shepard. Lets it go from deep. Hauser grabs the board.
Well, I think that was clearly a fourth. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Out to the right wing. Fires for three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
On the wing, Green. Green, a screen. Brooks, the pass to Green. Back to Brooks. Puts up a three. Horford pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Craig. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. And now a 12-point Boston lead.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
On the wing, Whitmore. Launches a three. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
I mean, the motor this kid has is unmatched. Smith goes up with a purpose.
Outside Craig. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Hauser. Out to Craig. Beyond the arc. And again, Boston with the triple. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Now here's Brooks. Yet to see a basket. For three, Smith. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Chalk up 2 there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Whitmore. The three. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Boston leading by 12. Craig passes to White. Oh, here's White on the drive. Rebounded by Green.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
A minute 15 left in the second quarter. For three, Smith.
Good job that time by Horford to contest without foul.
And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Boston has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. White with it, guarded by Smith. Here's Hauser. That three's off the mark. Rockets trail by 12. And Brooks with a basket on the assist by Whitmore.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Here's White. Out to Horford. Back to White. Pass to Hauser. 6 to shoot. Now here's White. Not a lot of room. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Smith right side. Back to Brooks. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Here's White. Pass to Hauser. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. White with the steal. Fast break, here come the Celtics. Again, the miss by Boston. Can't get it to drop. And so it's the Boston Celtics finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. More 2K action in just a moment.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So the Celtics 5 right now. At small and power forward, it's Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Cornette in at the center position. And it's good for 2. Easton's got 7.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Rockets trail by 8. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Thompson against Brown. Thompson passes to Adams. Down low. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Here's Holiday. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Thompson passes to Eason. Back to Thompson. Pass to Eason. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. He's got 9.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Green finds Şengün. Outside Eason. Thompson with a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Eason can't get it to go. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Green. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Tatum. Tatum on the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
Thompson passes to Eason. And here is Thompson. 4 on the clock. Here's Adams. And the layup is good off the glass. Adams has gotten 4 this quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Now, here's Green. He has 7. Eason finds Şengün. Back to Eason. Şengün, the screen. It's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. 1:36 left in the third quarter here. Takes a 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got 5 points.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now here's Holiday. He's got 7. Oh, the swat by Adams. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
At the line for your Rockets, Ring.
That one drops. He ties it up. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
So Boston ends up going with a new group.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Pass to Horford. Back to White. Now here's Horford. Here's Hauser. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Now here's Whitmore. Up top, Smith. It's hauled in by White. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Let's go with a 3. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brooks from outside. Smith finds Şengün. And here's Whitmore. Şengün, the screen. To the middle. Crafty move. And the layup is up and in. Şengün's got 5 points now this quarter.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Shepard is out there with Whitmore. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. White with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Horford can't hit.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Whitmore outside. Drains the triple. And the Rockets lead by 7.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Smith. Eason comes in for Brooks. Thompson, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Jalen Green subbed in for Shepard. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Eason. From outside the arc. And Brown knocking down the triple.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Houston leading by 4. Şengün, a screen on Holiday. Here's Thompson. Outside Eason. Şengün, a screen on Porzingis. Eason, the pass to Şengün. And it's rejected. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Porzingis punishing inside.
Porzingis sees the lane. He goes right to it and through it. Very agile for a big guy.
Şengün, the screen. Here's Green.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Holiday. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And it's Green with the ball for Houston. The lead is 2. Here's Thompson. Left side, Eason. Back to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green. Tipped.
Defense. That is his signature card. Drew Holiday, an elite stopper on the perimeter.
Houston making some changes. Smith comes in for Şengün, and it's Brooks in for Eason. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Holiday. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Rockets. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Drives to the hoop. To the left side wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. And the Rockets lead by 4. And the basket by Holiday.
I tell you, boy, he comes up big at the right time. I love his demeanor, though. His disposition says all business, and I'm ready for whatever is needed.
Now here's Green. Pass to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Smith with a screen on Brown. Thompson passes to Green. Rebound Boston. For 3, Smith. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, deflected. Thompson with a steal. Jumps up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Brooks. Here's Tatum. Ooh, Tatum hammers it home off the dribble.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Smith passes to Adams. Smith outside. Clock at 6. It's Thompson, high post. On the take. Offensive rebound.
And what a huge moment right there. Smith connecting on a big-time shot.
And here are the Celtics. 4-point game. Brown, no good. Thompson goes in. Green against Brown. Outside, Green. The 3 off target. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, every
Greg, we've got two of the top. Offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Then it's Holiday, and there's Porzingis, and it's Cornet in at the 5.
Yeah, terrific feel for where the defense is hedging. Irving knows that's his shot to take.
Brown outside. Into the lane, and he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Irving drives in. The 3 from Davis. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
Left side, Brown. Irving with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, and that's what you want. Get something out in space before the defense can get set.
Porzingis with a screen on Irving. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instinct with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And here are the Mavericks now, after the basket by Boston.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Now here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Irving against Holiday. No good from Irving. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Porzingis. Irving with the steal. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Thompson surveying the floor. Davis kicks to Thompson. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Brown.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. A 3. Marshall. That shot no good. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 2. Right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And here's Holiday following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And they're moving it up. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Davis has got 5 points so far. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Mavericks?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Thompson passes to Davis. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Celtics. 4-point game.
You love how Holiday can get in a guy's shirt defensively without fouling.
Sweet move. He lays it in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Irving dishes to Thompson. The kick out to Irving. Davis setting the pick for Irving for 3. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
play against Irving.
Yeah, easy call.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Moving closer detail, what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Free throw, good, Irving.
Such a talent. Kyrie does certain things offensively that few others will even attempt.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's tipped. Irving double team. Pass to Lively. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
How about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 10.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Got it off in time, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And the 3-point shot. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
I know it's early, but all those 3-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Derek White. And it's Walsh in at the 3 spot. And the basket by Hauser.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
To the wing on the left. Christie kicks to Edwards. To the inside. Chalk up 2 there. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Horford, no luck.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dinwiddie with it. He's picked up by White. Such a wide open look. Martin's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
And with the ability to make clean, crisp passes, Dinwiddie makes those around him better.
Here's White. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Edwards can't hit. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Craig. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Martin finds Edwards. Pass to Christie. The 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Stolen away. It's tipped and stolen by Horford. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rebounded by Gafford.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Outside Martin. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
White the pass to Horford. Back to White. Outside Horford. Just 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target. Mavericks leading by 10. Gafford inside, working on Horford. Gafford misses. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's White. Boston again missing. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Outside for Martin. Edwards passes to Dinwiddie. Edwards with the screen for Dinwiddie. Back to Edwards. Rise to the hoop. And Edwards with the stuff.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Here's White. Sinks the triple. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Gafford misses. Celtics trail by 10. Tipped away. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And he goes in for the dunk.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Horford no luck.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Craig. Pass to Walsh. Horford with the screen on Dinwiddie. Fires for 3. Boston, no good that time either. Here he goes. Here's Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on White. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good. Gafford cans them both. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Outside Holiday. And so we conclude the first half. Mavericks ahead. They finish off the second. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall. And at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Back to Irving. Stolen by Holiday. Right side Tatum. Ah, Tatum, a wicked slam.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together.
And you know, for a score-first point guard, Irving is no slouch as a facilitator.
Brown kicks to Cornette. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight on the wing. Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Holiday goes in. A 3-ball. Cornette can't get it to go. And so it's Irving who brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Shoots the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Brown outside. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Pass to Cornette. Brown outside. Here's Cornette. Plenty of space. And that one is good. Cornette's got his first 2 points. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Irving with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Marshall dishes to Thompson. Pass to Irving. From outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 13.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
Brown. A 3 from Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one. Irving passes to Lively. Back to Irving. Lively sets a screen for Irving. Inside. And finished off by Davis.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Here's Holiday. Bucket is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Mavericks leading by 11. Here's Davis. Thompson outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. Throws it down. JT.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Irving finds Lively. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Lively is screen on Holiday. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And finished off by Lively.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, and that shows how much confidence.
And so it's Dallas, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Torrey Craig is out there with Horford. Then it's White, and it's Hauser in at the 2. Here's White. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Martin. Outside Edwards. Gafford sets the pick for Edwards. They get it back. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Mavs. Horford with the screen on Dinwiddie. And White kicks to Horford. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Mavericks leading by 19 points. To the inside, Edwards.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Here's Cornette, covered by Gafford. Holiday, the pass to Cornette. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Edwards with the screen for Martin. Misses the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. Gafford inside, guarded by Holiday. Connects from three-point range. Dinwiddie's got his first 3 points of the game.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive. And Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
Here's Christie. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Outside Irving. Over Holiday. Out to Thompson. Outside Irving. Back to Thompson. 5 on the clock. It's up a 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And Cornette gets it to go. Cornette's got 5 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lively sets a screen for Irving. For the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely, just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Holiday against Irving. Here's Cornette. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now here's Irving. For 3, Marshall. Doesn't go that time. pass to Cornette. Fires the three. And Lively pulls it down.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thompson. Tatum against Davis. Thompson right side. They set the pick. Goes back up. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
So no problem for Dallas as they get. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up for Stan.
What do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So the Houston starting five. Alperon Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Green in at the point. Davis, the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Pass to Şengün. Eason against Washington. Şengün, a screen on Washington. Eason, pass to Green. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Whitmore outside. Davis with a rebound. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Now here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Thompson outside. Outside Whitmore. Launches it. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Irving. And that one drops for him.
Soft touch leaves the defense helpless. Nice little floater there by Kyrie.
Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Outside Eason. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. The Mavericks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Irving with it. He's picked up by Eason. Davis, the pass to Irving. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Irving.
We sometimes forget how solid Irving is when it comes to his passing. Great find there.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Eason. Fires the 3. Lively grabs the miss. The Mavericks trailing. The drive by Irving. Eason pulls it in.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And that one's good. Whitmore.
He could have gone straight to the hole, but they'll take that 3.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Takes the 3. He's off on that one. The Rockets lead by 4. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Houston shooting their first free throw in this game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lively with a screen on Thompson. And it's Irving off the drive. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Thompson passes to Şengün. Eason with the ball. Outside, Green. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
52 seconds left in the first quarter here. Irving, the pass to Marshall. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Davis hits.
Just some quick thinking from AD. Doesn't want to give the D any time to react. Just catch it and shoot it.
Here's Green. No points yet. 32 seconds left in the first. Sengun against Lively. Outside Whitmore, 5 to shoot. Back to Green. There's the 3. Houston with another miss. Irving looking around. Got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, a good close contest so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
We've got Caleb Martin. Daniel Gafford is out there with Edwards. Then it's Thompson, and it's Christie in at the 1. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a 3. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
And that one's good. Green.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Edwards. Gafford with a screen on Smith. Edwards can't hit. Houston in the lead. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And here's Green from the arc. They grab their own miss. Edwards against Smith. Over Edwards. And it's Martin with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Christie. And so he draws the foul. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Christie, 2 shots. People. The play is under video review and NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Over to the left wing. Smith outside. Green with a screen on Edwards. For 3, Smith nails it from 3. And now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Outside Edwards. Jacks up with 3. Smith with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
And the dunk by Gafford.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Martin.
Well, Brooks is one hard-working man. He runs into a foul and still gets a shot off.
And Brooks drops them both. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Christie. Nails it from beyond the arc. Christie's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Adams a screen. Brooks outside. Fires top of the key, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Christie. Pass to Martin. It's Edwards on the wing. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Brooks against Thompson. Here's Shepherd. Adams a screen. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Smith outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. And Edwards, here we go. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Dallas shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Christie. The kick out to Edwards. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of this game. Houston leading by 4. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And Houston has possession. Here's Shepherd. No points so far. Pass to Adams. With 1 on the clock. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back after this word. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Cam Whitmore.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So on the floor for Houston, Tari Eason is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Green. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Thompson in a shooting guard.
This man is a 3-level scorer. And this level, by the rim, there is nobody like Kyrie Irving in that touch he has.
Now here's Whitmore. 9 points in the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Thompson, a screen on Davis. Here's Green. And it's Green pushing it home.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Irving against Thompson. Lively shot is off. The Rockets lead by 6. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperon Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Irving, the pass to Davis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Those are career numbers, Richard.
It's a very short list of players who have done that. Single digit. Pair his scoring with his defensive abilities, and you've got a problem. He can get it done off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Down low. Here's Davis. Irving for 3. Buries it from 3. Irving's got 7 points.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Eason tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks trail by 7. Knocked away and stolen by Green. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Pass to Lively. Outside for Irving. Şengün with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. From deep. And it's Eason with a 3. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Second team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Washington finds Irving. Off target from outside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Whitmore outside. And Houston another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Davis with a screen on Thompson. They get it again. Washington outside. Pass to Lively. And he banks in the layup. He has 6.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Now Green. Thompson left side. The 3 is up. The putback. Mavericks trail by 13. Here's Irving. Can't get it to fall. Houston has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. 1:07 left in the 3rd. Here's Shepherd. Still without a bucket. Smith outside. Outside for Green. Smith outside. Going inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, just effortless on his drives. I mean, Smith is such a smooth finisher. Very agile for a guy with his size.
Edwards a screen on Brooks. Thompson fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Pass to Smith. There's 25 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. Thompson goes up. The open shot by Edwards. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Edwards got 5 points.
With all the attention Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
Picked by Smith. Here's Shepherd. It could go. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Houston up by 12. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Klay Thompson, Caleb Martin out there with Edwards. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Christie in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And that one's good. Green. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Pick by Smith. And here's Shepard for 3. He drops it from range.
And Shepard may be a rookie, but that was a grown man's answer right there to that last 3.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Christie. Back to Gafford. And here is Thompson. Gafford the screen. 3-pointer. 6 on the shot clock. And Dallas hits again from deep.
The moment that last 3 went in, Thompson must have been thinking, get me the ball, I'll answer it with a 3.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Shepard, that's good. Here's Christie. Thompson outside. Offline with a 3. The Rockets lead by 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Caleb Martin. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis comes in for Gafford, and Irving is subbed in for Martin. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Sengun checked in for Adams. Whitmore comes in for Green. Thompson, he's checked in for Brooks. And Jalen Green subbed in for Shepard. Irving for 3. Knocks down the triple.
And Irving is so quick on the pull-up, not giving the D much time to react.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his 1st foul.
2nd team foul.
Here's Green. Clock at 6. And it's hammered home by Green.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. Here's Whitmore outside. Kept alive. Outside for Green. Lets the 3 fly. And he can't get that one. Mavericks trail by 12. Outside Irving. They set the screen. From the arc. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
There's one guy you can count on, and that's Kyrie Irving. He knows how to find shots and make an impact on that end of the floor.
Here's Thompson. Soft touch off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Davis with a screen on Thompson. Outside Irving. The 3 is up. Thompson pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 11.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Rockets.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well-deserving of this win.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Cam Whitmore.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 11, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
From behind the arc. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Houston winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes.
like a potential blow. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Green. And it's Adams. And it's center. And the dunk by Porzingis.
At that size, Porzingis doesn't have to travel far to get above the cup. That is a nice finish.
Eason with it. Out guarded by Tatum. Eason passes to Thompson. Pass to Green. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And finished off by Brown.
And Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Shot by Eason, no good. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Holiday goes in. Porzingis lays it up off the glass.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Now here's Porzingis. And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. On the wing, Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Outside Holiday. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Green left side. Another miss by Houston. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Now, here's Tatum. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. And even 3-on-3 break. And the dunk by Eason.
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
Holiday, the pass to Cornette. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. To the middle. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, Porzingis has tremendous mobility, so engaged on the offensive end. He has no problem finding open teammates.
Here's Eason. He has 5. There's the 3. Another shot out to Thompson. Eason, a screen on Brown. Again, the miss by Thompson.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game. We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Green with a screen on Porzingis. Got that one up quick.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Green inside the three-point line. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. The Celtics have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Back to Holiday. And stolen by Şengün. And here they come. And Thompson throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
We've got White. Horford is out there with Troy Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Brooks from outside. And it's White with the rebound. Boston trailing. Out to the wing. Here's Hauser. Landale grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. Buries the long-range jumper.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
White. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Gentlemen, that is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot. An excellent shot blocker and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
And it's in there. And this game is tied up now.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Smith finds Whitmore. Takes the 3. Pass to Smith. Brooks for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. 3 on 3. White with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Outside, Horford. And here is Craig. There's the triple. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got his 6th rebound on the night. Nice shot by Smith.
Assist goes to John Landale.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. White drives in, score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. It's rebounded by Walsh.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's White. Craig with a screen on Brooks. White the pass to Craig. This one for 3. Trains the three-pointer. And it's a 3-point Celtic lead. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers in Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
1:32 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Hauser. 4 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Whitmore missing. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Horford. Second shot opportunity. And finished off by Horford.
Well, what a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
Brooks misses. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. White with it. Picked up by Shepherd. The 9-foot shot. No good off the back of the rim. Rockets trail. It's Brooks on the wing, guarded by Horford. Pulls from the top of the key. They grab their own miss. Pass to Smith. Out to Brooks. Houston moving it around. From past the arc. Shepherd, that's good. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Lethal from deep. Shepherd will hurt you from there.
Now, here's Craig. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Back to White. Over Shepherd. White, good. White's got 6.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Alperon Şengün. Green is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Green against Holiday. Oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Lobbed up there for Şengün. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Porzingis. The 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. He has 7.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Green passes to Eason. Green with a screen for Eason. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot. They get it again. Eason gets a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land. Eason's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Rockets. Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Snatched up. Green kicks to Şengün. Three-pointer. Kept alive by Houston. Adams outside. Pass to Thompson. And it's off from three-point range. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and can start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And that one's good. Green
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis, and it's blocked by Şengün. Green against Tatum. The tray. It's hauled in by Cornette. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Brown. Up and in on the layup. Brown's got 6.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Eason. Şengün with the ball. And here is Adams. Back to Şengün. Over Porzingis. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Holiday gets the bucket.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
A new lineup here for Houston.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shepard, that's good.
Strong mechanics and a high release. Shepard just needs to catch it when he's on.
Porzingis inside. He's against Smith. Porzingis can't hit. Here's Shepard, guarded by Holiday. Porzingis with the steal. Down low. And then Brown with the dunk. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you've got size and length, so Kristaps Porzingis, the extra possession.
Smith finds Whitmore, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Buries it down low. White's got 8 points.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Brooks. Now Whitmore, 8 points for him. From deep, sinks the three-pointer. Whitmore's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And we've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Rockets shooting at 36% of the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Torrey Craig is out there with Horford. Then there's Derek White. And it's Hauser in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5. It's good from long range. Smith's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Here's White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Rockets leading by 3. Brooks for 3. Rebound Boston.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Got a piece of it. Şengün kicks to Green. Fires from deep. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Tatum. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
We know we're talking about a skilled scorer in these open floor situations. Jason Tatum knows where to be.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Here's Craig. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Adams with the screen on Tatum. They get it back. They kick it out to Green. Stolen by Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Porzingis is checked in for Torrey Craig. And a change for the Rockets. Smith is checked in. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Green gets it to go.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Smith outside for 3. They get it again. Eason, the screen. Smith, the pass to Green. Clock at 6. Back to Smith. Tries again. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 4 assists in the game. The 3 from Tatum. Rockets with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Green, no luck.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Whitmore, he's checked in for Amen Thompson. Eyes a 3 off the inbound. Eason against Tatum. Out to Smith. 5 to shoot. From deep, Green. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
Here's Porzingis. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, Porzingis does a nice job looking for the window to make his teammate better. Pretty pass.
And here's Green outside. Nelson and Smith with the assist that time.
And with the game tight, Green gets even more in that zone and ensures he's delivering what his team needs.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Tatum no good. Houston in the lead. Green dishes to Smith. Pass to Eason. Eason, a screen on Brown. Here's Whitmore. It's hauled in by Cornette.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Here's Whitmore. Off target from outside. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Porzingis. On the wing, Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Green. Boston needs to get off a shot. Shoots it. Porzingis can't hit. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what are their best options now?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Thompson in the post. Yes!
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try.
athlete in at the center position. And for Boston, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh. Well, Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot. Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Holiday. And the jam by Brown.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
Davis down low, hounded by Tatum. Fade away. Davis hits.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Thompson pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Irving for 3. Counted from distance. Irving's got 6 points.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
Outside Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Irving for 3. There's the triple. Pass to Marshall, and here's Davis. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
With that great length and quickness off the floor, Davis rising above to knock it down from mid-range.
Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
Irving for 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Nice open look, but it's no good. Irving for 3. Drops in the 3. He's got 9.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
Porzingis with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. Again, the miss by Boston.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. From deep. Rebound, Boston.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. No good on the 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Irving against Brown. Davis with a screen on Brown. Irving looking around. 5 on the clock. Again, Irving missing. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. They trail by 7. White can't hit. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Oh, didn't think that was going in. Irving's got 15 points.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Offensive board. Screen by Lively. 4-3. And that one's good. Irving for 3. He's got 18.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Tatum from long range. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Kyrie Irving has been on display. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie. A capable threat from distance now.
Shireman. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Dallas leading by 13. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Really left him alone that time. Shireman's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And Gafford with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Exum's shot is off.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Caleb Martin. That's his first foul. Now here's Horford. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Fires the 3. Gafford grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The 3 from Washington. And they recover it with the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Here's Shireman. And it's all from three-point range. The Mavericks lead by 10. Here's Exum. Again, the miss by Dallas. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Oh, there's the alley. And Washington powers it through.
Nice timing on the alley-oop. I like when Washington teammates lob it his way. He knows what to do with it.
The lead now in single digits. Pritchard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Three-pointer. And it's Washington missing. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Craig attacking. Here's Shireman. Off target from three-point range.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here he goes. Pritchard. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. Well, I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Pritchard's got 7 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Martin. And he drains the quick shot. Martin's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Pritchard. And Gafford with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. The 3 from Craig. The long distance 3 is buried. Craig's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Shireman. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Craig. And there's the drive to the inside. Here's Shireman. Clock at 4. Fires from the corner. Gafford grabs the miss. A deep 3. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Pritchard from downtown. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Najee Marshall. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Thompson, and it's Irving in at point guard. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 11. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. The angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Boston has gotten nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Again, the miss by Boston.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Talk about the range. I mean, he's got amazing feel from that distance.
Connects from downtown. Holiday's got 5 now.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Davis against Tatum. For 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Irving for 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. The 3. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And he lobs it up. Oh, they get a hand on it. Davis with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Tatum inside. Davis on him. Pass to Holiday. The 3. Hits the trifecta. Holiday's got 6 in the quarter.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Celtics trail by 7. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Tatum from long range. The shot misses.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And that one's good. Thompson.
And that was from the parking lot. You got to be impressed with how accurate Thompson is from way outside.
The kick out to White. Holiday looking for an opening. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Dallas leading by 10. There's Davis with the 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Porzingis. Plenty of space. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Porzingis has got 6.
Porzingis proving to be deadly from a variety of spots.
Davis can't hit. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And so it's Dallas with it. At one point, they led by 16. Dallas no good that time either.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 30.
Oh, man, I did not see that coming.
With authority.
Did he just do that?
Wow. Man. Boy, off the turnover that time, Washington doing a good job scoring because he hustled down the court.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Here's Washington. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Washington's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, with good mechanics and a nice high release point, Washington has a pretty advanced mid-range game.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. And there's the call on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Martin.
Charging foul called on Peyton Pritchard. First personal foul.
So it's Dallas in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Torrey Craig out there with Al Horford. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Hey, Horford from range.
No indecisiveness there from Horford. Just a good, quick decision.
Gafford, the open look. Horford pulls it in. Celtics trail by 10. From behind the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Stretching the floor, Big Al Horford doing his part.
The three from Washington. Drills it from deep. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Horford. Mavericks with a rebound. Gafford's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Washington. No luck on that one. For Boston, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And Horford gets it to go.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up or you pay the price.
Washington outside. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
We've got a line change here for Boston. Yes, it's good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. The Mavericks lead by 7. The three from Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
And here's Horford for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Irving attacking. On the wing, Thompson. 4-3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Beyond the arc. And it's Horford again missing. Dallas has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. To the left wing. Marshall inside, defended by Brown. Back to Irving. Oh, got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Holiday from long range. Sinks it from distance. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, sometimes Holiday makes it look so easy. Automatic, able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Irving, no good.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Dallas making a change here. Gafford's checked in. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Horford can't hit. The Mavericks lead by 7. Shoots. And it's Gafford missing. Boston's gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
You know, tough defense doesn't dissuade Horford at all. I mean, he just mans up and works right through it.
Horford hits them both.
Teammates, they needed all of them.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Lets it fly.
At the defensive end, Horford, he gives you everything he's got. Always looking to contest shots.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
Horford hits them both.
Fruitful trip to the line there. He's made this a one-possession game now.
Here's Thompson. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Pass to Marshall. 5 to shoot. Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 16 seconds left to play in the 4th.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Here's Gafford. No good. And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.